Hello and welcome back to Clownfish TV. It is me, Geeky Sparkles, and it's just me for this video. Kneon is elsewhere, so since I'm alone, we're going to talk about something I like to talk about, which is K-drama. I love K-drama. I also love C-drama, which is Chinese drama. K-drama obviously being South Korean drama. I love them. Like if I have a choice of what to watch on TV, it is almost always going to be a K-drama, a C-drama, or some kind of ghost show. Something like that, you know, or The Floor. I like The Floor as well. So today we're going to talk about some of the shows that I'm currently watching. I'm not going to. I've watched a couple recently. I'm going to mention a couple that I think you might like that are good that I finished. But a lot of the ones I'm talking about are ones I either started or that the show's currently ongoing and they're just dropping episodes, so you can catch up with it now if you're interested. So before I get into it any further, please like and subscribe. If you do, I will give you a woohoo, and we're going to talk about this. So the first one I want to talk about is My Dearest Nemesis. I think this one's fun, and this one's gonna, I hope they don't drop the ball on it, because this one has potential to be really, really, really good. There's only like, I forget how many episodes, 6 or 8 episodes out so far. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's a lot of fun. It's going to be 12 episodes long total, and I'm gonna read the synopsis here to tell you what's going on. So I'm gonna butcher names. Sorry. Bok Soo-jung works as a leader of a planning team at Yongsan department store. The store is widely regarded as the best in the industry. She's a hard worker and recognized for her top performance. She won't hesitate to butt heads with anyone in the company. Basically, she's known as like the manager killer. You know, she's always they're always leaving the job because she's too demanding and she wants everything to be perfect. She's a workaholic. Well, then she meets this Ban Ju-yeon. I'm sorry if I pronounce things wrong. And what she doesn't know, he's the chairman's son. And what she doesn't know is that, and he doesn't know either, is they met before 16 years ago. When she was 19, she met this guy playing video games, and she was in a clan type situation. She was the healer. There was one character called Black Dragon, and she had this big relationship with him online. Like they were talking all the time. She was like really into him. She's like wanting to date him and stuff. Well, the group decides to meet up in person. And when they do, it turns out that the person that she thought was 22, because he told her he was 22, turns out to be 15. And then she obviously is very upset by the whole thing and feels betrayed. So she leaves. Then he thinks, you know, she's terrible for ditching him, and he's betrayed. And so it's been all these years, and they're meeting up again. They don't realize that they are the people they were in the game. He was Black Dragon, she was Strawberry. And now they're at work. And they work together, but they don't realize it. And he has a secret life where he like goes to, you know, concerts and these like little different like live shows. And he has a bunch of collectibles in his secret room because he's not allowed to have it. His grandmother, who's the chairwoman, won't let him have these things. So it's a whole thing. Like he has like a double like life going on, and it's really funny and it's really good. I don't want to give you too much away because there's a lot. That's just basically that overview that they kind of describe too. So I recommend it. It's on, I think on Viki. I'm not sure if it's anyplace else. I know it's on Viki. But it's really, really good, and I like it. So if you have a chance to watch it, go ahead and catch up on that one. I'm very entertained by the whole thing. Another one that I'm liking right now quite a bit is actually a Chinese drama, and I'm in the middle of watching this one, and it's a lot of fun, and I like it a lot. It's called Filter, and I'm not really sure how many episodes are in this one. Are going to be in this one. Sometimes the Chinese shows run a little longer, but it's really, really good. So what happens is there's this girl, Cheng, and she's kind of supposed to be like not very pretty. And she always had the hots for this other guy, this Tang Ki. Again, I'm pronouncing things wrong. I'm sorry. She had the hots for him back in school, and he thought she was like a bully, and he misunderstood her, and he was always afraid of her. And she meets up with him again at this like reunion, and he basically tells her she looks ugly because her face gets all covered with something in her makeup runs, and they work at a makeup company. So she gets a job there. But in the meantime, after he told her she was ugly and she was going home, she gets this bracelet from this woman. I don't want to ruin everything about it, but she gets this bracelet, and this bracelet actually can change her appearance. It's kind of like Gem. That's what it reminds me of, is Gem. So she uses it to change her appearance. And when she does, it's usually like the first time it happened, it wasn't intentional that he saw her as this other person. So she has to make up a fake like name and a life with this other person. And he likes her when she looks like other people. He doesn't seem to notice her when she's her. But he realizes he keeps falling in love with these different women, and they are her, but they're always her. But he can't tell that they're always her. He sees them as different people. So in his mind, he's like, what's wrong with me? I keep like wanting to hook up with all these women, and I'm like a terrible person, but it's all her, and he doesn't know it. It's really funny. It's very like Gem and the Holograms. It's very like Rio, where he just like is kind of attracted to, her when she's somebody else. I think he is kind of starting to like her when she's her too, but it's really, really funny. It's really good. I like it. I've been watching it. I'm caught up on this one. You should check it out. I just like this one, and I thought I'd recommend it. As far as ones that I'm watching right now and I'm not really sure about, they have the Potato Lab, and it's only a couple episodes in. There's going to be 12 episodes total. This one is the girl's a researcher at a potato research institute, and she's been there for years. And her life is simple, but then this guy gets assigned, the company gets sold and he gets assigned to oversee them. And he's coming in and trying to streamline the lab. But I really can't tell you much about it at this point because I'm only a couple episodes in. It looks like it could be funny. It looks like it could be good. But I'm on the fence about it right now. And another one I'm on the fence about right now is The Witch. Basically, this girl is like cursed that any guy that tries to get close to her dies. And he went to her school, and they different guys in her class would just either get hurt or they die. And then, she left because she didn't want to hurt anyone. And he hasn't seen her for years, and he comes across her in the city. And now he's like trying to see where she is and what she's doing in her life. But she avoids men at all costs because every time she gets close to one, they drop dead. So that one's going to end soon. I got about halfway through it. It's okay. It's kind of sad. I'm hoping it picks up. That's an eh. I mean, you can watch it if you want to, but so far it's kind of like all bad. It's like all like flashbacks and a little bit about her life, which is really depressing. If you watch the show, I don't want to ruin too many things, but like she's by herself now because her parents aren't there and there's reasons for it. But it's just depressing about halfway through. So if you like sad, melancholy things, or like paranormal, like there's something like a curse, you might like this one. Another one I'm still not too sure about is Cinderella Game. And it's going to be like 100 episodes. It's one of those ones that are like the soap opera type. And what's going on is this girl had a real rough start early on in life. She was adopted, and that person abused her, and then she got adopted into a good family, but those people got killed, and they got killed. They lost their company, and it was kind of this woman's fault that they lost their company. Meanwhile, her daughter got lost, disappeared, and ended up that she'd been searching for her for years. She got adopted out, got sent to another place, I think to U.S., and she finds out that her daughter is no longer alive, but she needs someone to fill in her daughter's role. So she basically tells her that oh, you're my daughter, and she thinks she is. And there's this whole situation going on where like it's the rich people, and they expect her to be a certain way. And there's a niece that basically was in her position when she was gone, and she doesn't like her there. And her brother wants revenge, and it's a whole like soap opera-esque hodgepodge of soap opera-y stuff. And it has a lot of good things about it. But it's also one that for me, I'd rather wait until it's almost done so I can skip ahead a lot of the stuff because it gets redundant. And there's going to be a lot of those, misunderstandings that keep repeating over and over again because they have to do time filler on a 100-episode show kind of situation. So this one's going to go into April. It's probably about halfway at this point, 102 episodes. And like I said, I watched probably up to 40 of these episodes. But right now I'm kind of just, I'll just wait until it's closer to being done, and then I can skip ahead and skip through because it's one of those ones where it could be good if it was half the length type situations, but it's not a bad show either. So if you're into the soap opera, longer shows, you might want to check that one out. Now, two that I did finish, and I do recommend because they're good, is Study Group. Study Group is really, really, really good. I like it. I hope they do a second season of it. There's talk they might. There's 10 episodes so far. Basically, what's funny about it is this guy here, he wants to be really good at studying. Like that's what he wants. His biggest wish is to be really good at studying, and he's always like next to last in his class. All right. So he's a really good fighter, but he can't study no matter what he does. Like he can't retain anything. Well, he decides he's going to go to this one like tech school type situation. They're like, more rough type school. And he's going to go to there because he figures maybe there he'd have a better chance of like placing higher in the class. Well, it turns out that the school's being kind of run by a bully. And there's an app that rewards you for fighting, and you get a class rank for fighting. Well, he doesn't want to be a fighter, but he's really, really good at fighting. So everybody wants to challenge him, but all he wants to do is make a study group. So he gets these people, like a couple of these kids are rough kids in the school. A couple of them are like, more smart, but they get beat up all the time. They have a teacher that used to tutor him, and she's trying to clean up the school. It's actually really good. I know it sounds like it sounds weird, but it's actually pretty good. It's only 10 episodes, so it's not super long. It's all complete, so you can watch the whole thing. You don't have to wait for it to end. It's got a rating of 93 on Asian Wiki. So I recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Another one that I recommend that was on Netflix is this Trauma Code Heroes on Call. It's another short one, only 8 episodes for this one. It's completed also, so you can watch the whole thing. They released it all at once. It was it's a medical drama though, so keep in mind if you don't like blood or seeing inside somebody or whatever, you probably don't want to watch this show because the special effects group that did the body parts, the surgery and stuff did a fantastic job. They did a very, very good job on it, but it's very graphic in that regard. But the show overall is really funny. So he comes from like a military doctor, trauma doctor background. And they bring him in to take over this hospital's trauma department because it's failing. And the guy that was in charge kind of overworked himself to collapse. So they need to bring somebody else in. And this poor doctor that happens to be there, and he was going to go into like rectal doctoring for words. And he kind of ropes him into being a trauma doctor. And then they end up just gradually building up their group to the end. But they keep having all kinds of issues with the hospital because the hospital is all about wanting money, and they cost too much money because they'd rather people die than lose money. So it's a commentary on how hospitals operate. User rating on that one is 94 according to Asian Wiki. It's really good. Again, it's kind of graphic, but I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it, and it's short, so it won't take you very long to read it or to watch it. I saw a web novel and it threw me off. So there's some suggestions for right now, depending on what you might like. I'm sure there's a lot more that I've watched or whatever recently, but my brain just went like completely blank. And these are the ones that I'm either watching now or I've seen recently, and they're relatively new. So that would give you a chance to jump in. Let me know what you think. I know Disney Plus has a bunch of K-dramas. I'm going to have to go there and check it out because I know there's a bunch on there. I just really hate going to Disney Plus, but I don't have to. Netflix has some. Hulu has K-dramas, which again is Disney. Viki, I have a subscription to Viki. They have tons of K-dramas on there and C-dramas on there. I recommend them highly. Like I said, Chinese C-dramas are really good as well, but they tend to run longer. So let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.